Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about looking for maybe that next job. And joining us today is Gabe Rockers. Gabe, how are you today?
I'm well, Mike, and yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about what people should have in line if they're thinking about getting a new job or, unfortunately, have to get a new job.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me today and allowing me to sponsor this segment. With the new administration and what they have communicated, that one of their number one missions is to remove waste, fraud, and abuse from government spending. There are obviously a lot of concerns out there about some loss of job, whether it be severance or just total elimination of jobs, especially tied to the government side of things right now. And so I wanted to touch on a few key things to consider if suddenly you find out that that's your dilemma or that's your circumstance.
Mm-hmm. So let's go through the list. So let's say, okay, I'm hearing that I might not have a job. What are some of the things that I need to do?
So great question. First and foremost, know the money involved. If you're being severed or you're taking an early retirement buyout, understand what you're going to be compensated and for how long. Mm-hmm. Maybe dig in and inquire, ask enough questions to make sure that there's not any additional benefits that would be offered in that circumstance. You also, if you were in the private sector, understand your health benefits or your benefits package and what you need to do to potentially replace your health insurance. A lot of times private employers will offer COBRA or continuation of coverage. And on the federal government side, see if you're part of the federal employees health benefits package, okay, or FEHB, to see if there's continuation of coverage, whether it's into that program or maybe there's a temporary continuation of coverage provision.
Hey, Gabe, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. That's a great point, and I don't think a lot of people think about that, just what you just said, and that's very important.
You need to not have a lapse in your insurance coverage because you just don't know what's going to unfold.
Right. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go on to number three.
No. Thank you for the pause. Thirdly, if you've had a retirement plan through your employer, understand what goes on with that 401k, or if you're a government worker, they call that a thrift savings plan or a TSP plan. You need to understand if you were to need to or have to withdraw monies from those, how those monies are taxed and whether or not they're penalized. You can also work with a financial advisor or financial professional to determine whether or not you qualify for early retirement and therefore may not be subject to penalty. And then in addition, when you're visiting with that financial advisor, you can understand your options at that time, whether it's leave it in terms of leave your money in the current plan, move it to a new plan as you find that new employer, or roll it over to give yourself more guidance and maybe more investment options. So,
Gabe, I'm telling you what, those are some great things to look at, great things to keep in mind too. And if somebody's sitting out there going, hey, this has happened to me and I want to get in contact with you, Gabe, how do they do that?
So we're located on the South Belt down near the Tractor Supply and the Walmart. Anybody can reach out to us via the Internet of Things that we can be found there. You can give us a phone call or you can pop in. Again, we're on the South Belt. We welcome walk-ins and we really just want to get to know more people and understand their circumstances to get them to their goals.
And Gabe, great information yet again today. A lot of things that people need to think about, and of course, don't wait. Get these things lined up right now. Gabe Rockers,
knowledge is power. The more information you have, the better outcome you'll receive traditionally. Mm-hmm. I'll end with one last thing, Mike. Okay. We don't provide tax or legal advice. So when it comes to your specific tax circumstances or any legal feedback that you need, please consult a qualified tax advisor or an attorney.
Gabe, thank you very much. Great info as usual.
Thank you very much for having me. You guys have a good week.
All right, you too, Gabe.